Welcome back to the Kanc Connection, where we bring you the latest news from around the Lin-Wood area. Thank you for watching and enjoy.
Hi guys, this is Mrs. Parent, and I would like to share a poem with you in dedication of Earth Day. April 22nd, 2020 celebrates the 50th year of Earth Day, and I would like to share a poem with you. It's called Thankful by Kelly Roper. These are the things I'm thankful for: the sweet smell of flowers in springtime, beautiful, clear blue skies above me, the feeling of damp grass beneath my bare feet, the sound of a free running stream, the warmth of the sun on my cheeks, the sight of a field filled with corn, the sound of birds singing in the trees, the taste of fresh-picked raspberries, crisp, clear autumn mornings, the sound of leaves crunching beneath my feet, the sight of pumpkins growing in a field, the first chill of winter in the air, the sight of snowflakes frolicking on the breeze, watching children skate on a frozen pond, and seeing the first robins of spring. I hope that the future generations will still have these things to be thankful for. I personally am thankful for you guys, my Lin-Wood community, faculty, staff, students, and I miss all of you. And I just wanted to say thank you. Hi guys, it's Mrs. Parent. I am also the National Honor Society advisor. And National Honor Society is a nationwide program for high school students. And each year we have a selection of new members. Our selection is based off our 4 pillars. The 4 pillars are scholarship, leadership, character, and service. And due to the COVID-19, this year's ceremony for induction has been postponed. So I would like to share the names of our current members and our new inductees. Our current members are Charmaine Chow, Jade Fitzgerald, Zena Bartlett, Delaney Pickering, and Kai Good. Our new inductees this year are happy to be the advisor of this group and work with such an amazing group of students. I miss you all. I hope you're all doing well and that you're safe at home with your family. And we'll be back together soon. Bye, guys.
Hello, I'm JJ Goodber for the Kanc Connection. As April comes to an end, our coverage of Poetry Month does too. But first, we have more members of the Lin-Wood community here to read to you some of their favorite poems. We hope you enjoy.
Hello everybody. I'm reading a poem from Shel Silverstein, one of the first poets that made me realize how much you could play with words. This poem is called Sick. I cannot go to school today, said little Peggy Ann McKay. I have the measles and the mumps, a gash, a rash, and purple bumps. My mouth is wet, my throat is dry. I'm going blind in my right eye. My tonsils are as big as rocks. I've counted 16 chicken pox. And there's one more, that's 17. And don't you think my face looks green? My leg is cut, my eyes are blue. It might be the instamatic flu. I cough and sneeze and gasp and choke. I'm sure that my left leg is broke. My hip hurts when I move my chin. My belly button's caving in. My back is wrenched, my ankle is sprained. My appendix pains each time it rains. My nose is cold, my toes are numb. I have a sliver in my thumb. My neck is stiff, my voice is weak. I hardly whisper when I speak. My tongue is filling up my mouth. I think my hair is falling out. My elbow's bent, my spine ain't right. My temperature is 108. My brain is shrunk, I cannot hear. There is a hole inside my ear. I have a hangnail, and my heart is, what? What's that? What's that you say? You say today is Saturday? Goodbye, I'm going out to play. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it.
Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with one more inning more to play. And then when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a sickly silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to that hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Casey could get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, and as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a Lulu, and the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim melancholy sat. There seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw that what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more, there rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It knocked upon the mountain, recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile upon his face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance gleamed in Casey's eye. A sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it, haughty gronder there. Close by the sturdy batsman the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches, black with people, they went up in a muffled roar, like the beating of the storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand. It's likely they would have killed him had Casey not raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity and great Casey's visage shone, he stilled the rising tumult. He bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, more the spheroid flew, but Casey still ignored it, and the umpires said, Strike two! Fraud! Cried the maddened thousands. Echoed answered fraud. But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. They knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out.
Scammers will take advantage of any opportunity to cheat you out of your money and gain your personal information. Recently in Maine, coronavirus scams are starting to pop up. These are attempts to get your personal information. The Better Business Bureau says that the text messages like this, seen in this picture, are being sent to people in an attempt to steal your information. So remember, if you get a message like this, and if there is a link that just doesn't look right, please don't click it. Report the number and also block it. Thank you to the Lincoln PD for sharing this picture.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
During this time, I've read lots of books. One of them was Deep Water by Kanc, and it's a survival book, and it is an awesome book. If you like to be kept on the edge of your seat and have these amazing adventures, then you should definitely read this book. It is about a girl who goes scuba diving with two people, and the anchor is their lifeline, and they follow it back up to find the boat, and when they follow the anchor back up, it's gone. And they're stuck out at sea for months, and they have to try to survive and figure out how to survive without any really food or water. And they get attacked by sharks, and all these crazy things happen to them. So if you like surviving books, go read Deep Water by Kanc.
Many of us did not expect the coronavirus to get this serious, but here we are now spending every day at home. There are many ways for us to stay positive during this time. Instead of playing video games, watching TV, or just laying around, here are some things to do to keep yourself occupied. If you have a basketball or a soccer ball, you could go outside and practice your skills. If you live near the woods, you could try to build a fort like a teepee. Inside, you could try to build a blanket fort or something. You could try to do some crafts like painting, drawing, coloring. You could try to bake something new like cookies, a cake, a lemon cake. You could help your family clean up around the house. There are many ways to keep yourself positive during this time. Hopefully, you'll try one of these things. Soon enough, we'll be able to see our friends. But until then, stay home and stay safe and stay positive.
Yesterday, there was some pretty interesting news in the football world. As we all know, Tom Brady left the Patriots to go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But yesterday, tight end Rob Gronkowski came out of retirement and he got traded to the Buccaneers to go play with Tom Brady. As of late, other sports have been getting interesting also. Some drafts have been going on and some are still scheduled to take place. Last Friday, the WNBA draft took place. The first overall pick was Sabrina Ionescu from the University of Oregon. In college, she was the first player in NCAA history to get 2,000 points and also get 1,000 rebounds and assists in a college career. The NFL draft is continuing right now. It started yesterday and will continue into tomorrow. And the NHL and MLB are all still supposed to have their drafts in a couple of months.
April break is upon us, and for those of you who are hoping for some great weather so that you could continue your social distancing outside, I have to be the bearer of bad news, as the weather over break does not seem to be great. On Monday, there will be rain and snow showers throughout the day, with a high of 45 degrees and a low of 30 degrees. Tuesday, it should clear up, only being partially cloudy, with a high of 51 degrees and a low of 32. Wednesday continues with showers, but only in the afternoon, with a high of 50 degrees and a low of 37. Thursday has more showers throughout the day, leading to a high of 47 degrees and a low of 36. And Friday ends with more rain, with a 49-degree high and a 36-degree low. Then, the weekend. On Saturday, there will be more rain with a high of 52 degrees and a low point of 37 degrees. On that note, we end this week's episode of the Kanc Connection. Remember, we want to hear from you. Send us a video. Email us at tv@lin-wood.org or connect with us via Facebook. Make sure to tune in next week for our next episode. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button and turn on post notifications. Thank you for watching.